All right, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, lovely people, lovers of freedom all over the world, and welcome to Let's Talk TV. Now, without wasting much of your time, let us go straight up into the issue today because a critical issue is being handled on Biafran media. And let me tell you, the person who is under fire currently is the current governor, or they call him the current illegitimate governor of Anambra State, of defunct Anambra State. Yes, as the case may be. Now, Charles Soludo has actually been under fire because of the major thing he has been doing against the Biafran struggle. Charles Soludo, before he came into office, I remembered then how IPOB, gave him support and all that. I remember even when the election was meant to be cancelled, IPOB came out then and told everybody to vote, that they should go out and vote for Charles Soludo, in as much as they didn't clarify that it was Charles Soludo, but they showed their support for Charles Soludo. Immediately, Charles Soludo assumed office, his major target became against the indigenous people of Biafra, in fact, against every Biafra over the world. He kept on fighting them to the extent that he even brought up, a vigilante group currently terrorizing Anambra State just to fight against the Eastern Security Network. Then, currently, that particular group, I think they call them Anambra Vigilante Group, AVG, is currently a terrorist group in Anambra State, and they are terrorizing innocent people. They are working for Charles Soludo. Now, the major issue, that even brought up Charles Soludo's to limelight again, that Biafrans have been hitting him left and right, is this whole issue of the seat at home. Charles Soludo has been fighting against this seat at home since his assumption into office. He has been fighting it tooth and nail. And now let me tell you the truth. Because so many people who has said a lot of things against the sit at home. What is the sit at home doing? It is not doing anything. It is only causing them problem and making our people not to gain what they are meant to gain on particular money. Let me tell you the truth. That sit at home is crippling the economy of the Zoological Republic of Nigeria. They have been affected. And that is why, ask yourself, why are the governors fighting to make sure that they do everything possible to make sure that the sit at home is being cancelled? This sit at home has been a tool, and a very strong, powerful tool against the government. And it is showing, even with the responses and the way the government has been fighting this seat at home. Now, Charles Soludo gave an order earlier this week, in Anambra State. He went to the market and he warned every market woman and market people that if they don't come to markets on Monday, that he will make sure he will ban them from coming into the market. He will punish them for not coming, rather. He's going to ban them for two market days. Then he might later increase it for months and all that. That is what he said. Reason, because he's been affected by this sit at home. It is their major problem. Now, the Prime Minister Simon Ekpa and Joko reacted to this. And I want to show you how he reacted to this. Please join us today as we, go into this issue, this wonderful issue that was being addressed, and how Charles Soludo has been exposed again. Do not forget to share this video to as many groups and platforms as possible.
Well, before even looking at other things he said, the PM said, if you are kidnapped today by anyone, we will do the same. He's talking to Burna Boy directly. And this is not
Yes.
a joke. This is not a
Mm-hmm.
joke
Mm-hmm.
because couple of weeks ago, we all saw what happened to our sister Maka in Canada. We saw how the Biafra government, came out, back her up, and fought for her, even continue to fight for her,
Mm-hmm.
both legally, media wise, and otherwise. So, meaning that for the prime minister to give Burna Boy 48 hours ultimatum does not mean that the Biafra government hates Burna Boy. No,
At all.
there is nothing like that.
At
Mm-hmm.
all.
Because he has cleared the air here that if you are being kidnapped today by anyone, we will do the same for you. We will also fight for you as a Biafran. Right? So
Yes.
now, my question is this question, I will bring it back to you, Vam Vam Vam. This kind of impunity which is happening within the Zoological Republic here, have you now seen the reason the zoo has no any other option if not to go down?
Yes.
Because they talk about human right. There is no human right. They talk about freedom of speech. There is no freedom of speech. They talk about freedom of association. There is no freedom of association. People will gather to protest. They will shoot at them. So, are you not amazed that somebody like Burna Boy, who should be very well civilized and mentally, emancipated, could, put himself or descend so low in kidnapping a fellow citizen just because he speak up?
Mm. That is what the zoo does to anyone that considers himself a part of that zoo. Because this man has forgotten that not quite long we have been, his video was going viral when he actually talked about Nigeria. And the Burna Boy, most of the times, doesn't stay in Nigeria. He stays outside the country, and he knows how how law and order is maintained in those countries where he is getting all the awards he's having, and that makes him the Burna Boy that he is. If that is the way it happens in Europe and America, where he is known to be Burna Boy, that powerhouse of Afrobeats, would he be the Burna Boy that he is today if this impunity is prevalent in those places? Look at just because you have money in the zoo, anybody talks and you can buy the police, you can buy anything. So is that what you want to associate yourself with and be proud of? Is there no court of law? If you don't like what the young one, even if it's your father, your sister, your brother, said something you don't like, or have abused you, have said things that you feel is an insult to your own person, there's a place you resolve it. You go to the court, you sue the person to court, you serve him a paper, the person goes and proves his innocence there, or whether he is guilty, then the law will have its case. But even in this case, you know that even in that zoo, there is no justice even in the legal system.
Mm.
So nothing actually works there. That is why if you are someone that is enlightened, as I suppose Burna Boy is,
Mm.
his name shouldn't be around any story like this, honestly. Because
Honestly.
no matter which way it goes, you're involving yourself with the zoo. You're just going to rub yourself in the mud, and you're going to, your integrity will be put into question. Your life will be, we have comma in your life. So that's why this shouldn't be a part of that. As quickly as you can, Just like Adadio Rama said, 48 hours is even too much. By this time tomorrow, we should already hear that Prince Steve Darlington is out of the holding of those, people that can be bought. In which country do you buy police? Which country? Any country that function very well, that maintain law and order, that you will come and pay police to do. It's only in banana republics that things like that happen.
Exactly.
Even the people that gave you Nigeria, it doesn't happen in their place where you can pay police to do anything you want them to do for you. It doesn't happen that way. So, brother boy, so then let us overflow this issue.
Okay.
So that tomorrow we'll be happy with you.
Okay. The last but not the least, from the Prime Minister. And then this one, I will allow Adade Olamma to make comment on it before we delve into the other topic, because there is something big, something very, very huge happened between yesterday and today. So actually, before the issue of this Burna Boy came up, I wanted to talk about it this evening. So, but because of the importance and urgency of this very, Burna Boy matter and Speed Darlington, I say, okay, let us begin with this. So, the last but not the least, for this very current matter, the PM said, the people that abused me for the past 3 years, none of them have been kidnapped or physically harassed, which is the truth. The Biafra we are fighting for is a Biafra where people will have freedom of speech, and I am leading it already by example. Remember, Adade Olamma, the PM said, the people that abused him for the past 3 years, and let me be frank, I am not going to say this because the Prime Minister is here with us. I'm not going to say this because I want to praise the Prime Minister. I'm not going to say this because I want to put Mazi Nnamdi Kanu under. I'm not going to say this because I want to, neglect the effort of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. No. I have an evidence to what I want to say. Now, I'm not talking about suffering. If I want to talk about suffering, somebody who have suffered most for Biafra or for Biafrans, no doubt it is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, no question. He has gone to prison twice because of Biafra. Now, but in terms of abuse, which is the word being used here by the Prime Minister, and which is what the Burna Boy himself might think or believe, that he has been abused by, Ape. So let us talk about abuse. I have not seen anybody in my whole life. I said in my whole life.
Very correct.
I'm not talking about this year. I'm not talking about last year. I'm not talking about 3 years ago. I said, in my whole life, I have never seen. Of course, I heard about the abuse of Jesus Christ. So I'm not talking about that one because I did not see it. But I've not seen anybody in my life being abused more than the abuse that the Prime Minister of BLG, i.e. Mazi Simon Ekpa, has received. I will tell you why. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, it's not about comparison. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was abused by political elites and some other tribes in the zoo that do not believe in Biafra. But Mazi Simon Ekpa has been abused by the same set of people that have abused Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and they abused by his own people. Are you getting me now? By his own people, that they were all chasing the same cow together. And these people, turned around and started chasing him, and now claiming that his own leg now resembled the leg of that cow that they are chasing. You see? So, yet, according to him here, he said, the people that abused him for the past 3 years, none of them have been kidnapped or physically harassed. Adade Olamma, please, your final word to Burna Boy over this matter, comparing with what the Prime Minister of BRGIE has passed through and is still passing through today, including names that that has been called. He has been called both Nigerian agent, all manner of names. Someone called for there's new name. Phone ran up now. I saw the idiot saw Buffon. He doesn't even know how to pronounce it. He said he called it Buffon. So please, can you say something briefly over this?
Last yafa. Uno for ebe kidnap onwe. I don't know possible now. Una wugo yeje na halas onwe. Mba no. Onende wuzi kidnapping. Rene na emezi kidnap. Onende onwe hanwa. Onende na ya ekpo halas. On hanwa.
Cops are all over.
So it isn't possible no na ye kidnap onwe fa now. The only thing about these people that na kwe for na all you need na Anambra aka ọ na-eme ogologo ndụ ka nyere fa ya na ala isi ike. Mba ewepụrụ m ala isi ike, mba adị enyo ndị ụchụ ala isi ike, mana ha ya fụ ka o ji esi wee end. Afọ na a na-akpọ abata obi ọnwụ ngozi ka ha na-enye elu ka ha na-ebunye all the time. Ọnwụ na ha mara that na afọ na ha kpọrọ ya ihe ọnwụ na fa kpọrọ ya ihe ọnwụ na fa emenie n'elu ka ha na-ebunye ebe ya na-emezi, and ọnwụ na fa ma ife ka akwụsị because iwu ya dagbuo ọbata obi enye chọọ nke mkparị ha nyere since how many years ago wepụtakwa ya ka ha wee nwee ike ikwu okwu gosi that na ọ na-amịta mkpụrụ n'ime ndụ ya. Ọdịda Maazị Nnamdi Kanu kwuru ese ọnwụ na ị na-eme ife a na akparị gị, a na-akpa gị kidnap, a na-akpọ gị onye oshi ma na ị naghị eme taa na ihe ejima na ife ị na-eme na-aga wụ that na na-enye gị those names. Ama na m ọ na-ekwuita n'ife ijuru m. So
yes,
nna be anyị
Hello. Okay, round up. On another breaking news. Now, round up.
The only thing I'm going to gwa gị na this thing na anyị kwuru iju ajụjụ anyị jụrụ na afụ bebe ebe kidnap lọba ọhara asị aba wee na-asị gị that na ndị kidnap adịghị kidnap onwe, and onye na-ekpe ọhara asị adịghị ọhara asị onwe shows you that na ihe niile na-eme na be anyị today ọhanwa na-eme all the kidnap.
All right, thank you. Now there is a breaking news as we are speaking. Breaking news. Can somebody guess what is going on? Breaking news.
Ya welụkwa ya.
This is now from the official and of course verified X handle of the PM, His Excellency Èkpá Simon Njokun. He gave 48 hours. Let me say it the way it suits me. Anybody who does not believe what I'm saying, if there is any transformer close to you, go and hug it. If you see any tipper carrying a lot of sand, go and stand at his front. I will say it the way it suits me. Now, barely 12 hours after the ultimatum was given. Pre-record broadcast now, people are like barely 12 hours after the 48 hours ultimatum was given by the Prime Minister of Biafra. This is the breaking news. And according to the PM, he said, if you have released him within the 48 hours, we move. We are all brothers, but stop using Nigeria terrorist police or army against fellow Biafran. We will not condone it going forward. We will not condone it going forward. And remember, the Prime Minister has already said that the Biafra we are looking for is where freedom of speech will reign and freedom of association will reign. Not when somebody talks, you get angry because you have money, because you have fame. So somebody speaks.
AK-47.
Because of somebody speaks, you arrest that person because you are bigger than him. You have money, you are richer than him, you have fame. We cannot tolerate such nonsense in Biafra. Now, according to Sahara reporters this very evening, breaking, detained Nigerian singer Speed Darlington released on bail after Burna Boy's petition alleging cyberbullying. Sahara reporters. You see?
I
thought go cyberbullying.
just on the police may arrest. Now, because
Imagine.
they arrest.
Imagine now. So, Vam, I don't know if you have anything to say before we move into the next segment. Very important segment.
Yes, I just want to say a big thank you to Burna Boy. And it shows that it's listening and he knows, that, he cannot make Biafrans his enemy. Because the moment the Prime Minister said, if he doesn't do that, then he should consider himself our enemy. And I'm very sure he understands that you cannot be enemy to your over 80 million of your own people now being angry with you. Because there's no doubt, even him, Burna Boy, he knows very well that the real new sheriff in town is the Prime Minister, which already even the zoo have affirmed it, the Senate President have affirmed it, and the real governor of the Southeast is Simon Ekpa, and he understands that very well, and he did the needful. Yeah, I know there are many other voices that spoke, but the 48 hours ultimatum the Prime Minister gave to him, he had made sure it falls within the time frame, and then going forward, I believe such will not happen again. And I want to say a very big thank you to our Prime Minister. This will show you, Biafrans, that you have a leader indeed. You have somebody in the Prime Minister, the one who will stick his head out and stand for you, the one who will fight for you to the very last, the one who will break every door to get you out and to do the needful. And we want to appreciate our Prime Minister. We say, kudos our Prime Minister. Birikpo, our Prime Minister. Birikpo, Simon Ekpa. Birikpo.
Airborne.
Thank you very much.
Airborne. All right.
Yeah.
Of course. Grab the microphone.
Nna anyị makwa nnọọ akwa nwaanyị ibe m bele ebe ọ sụ n'otu anya eji afụ ụzọ onye ewu ikenugu na olesi na ọnwụ nne ka ịwụnụ Burna Boy nna aba anyị mụ na ga enweghị nsogbu mba nwanne m nwoke ka ịwụ ibe awụ ka ya akọsida anya na ọgụ nwanne na nwanne nọ ọ ife mfụrụ ya ọwụ and egbokwe n'ụlọ ọgụ ahụ unu ha ọgụ no nna aba anyị asị gị ndo mana ife ọzọ na-agwa gị ụdatị na ihe apụta public yọọ mama akpị nwa mama mgbaghara maka ikpele a nne gị gburu gị na efere mba ụwa niile maka nwa ya nna sọnsọ ife nchọ ka ime ihe apụta ya ọya mgbaghara ife agadi nwaanyị dị otu ahụ buru gị ikpere ọya alụ ka ọnwụ n'ala Igbo onye Igbo ka ịwadị nwa aja. So ana m ekene gị ka isi wee nụta ọda gosikwana ụdịdị zuu bikos imekwukwala ọbata igosikwala ọbata obie na ọnya nwawa ka omee igosikwala na ọnya nwawa onye na-awa okwucha obe na ana Igbo be anyị na ana aja na o nwere onye ọzọ dị ka ya ọya ka iji wee mee obe ebe i mere ya obe ọmụnwa ya edise obe ya ọ dịrọ pọsịbụl. So ana m ekene gị na that respect inyegodiri ihe wee gee nya ntị bikos mgbe ọ nọ na onye gị 48 asị na ọ dị too much ọrụ ibe menye 1 minute and ọgwụ ji wee fụ na love onye gị 48 and imekwene obe ichedu ka oluo 24 wee wepụ ya na 8 na thank you very much. Enweghị m ike ịpụta enweghị okwu ọjọọ mma agwa gị atọ sọsọ ekene ka m na-enye gị na ugwu ịkwarị awa ọbata obie onye ndu ụmụ Biafra na-afụ anya na onye nwe onye na-achịnụ na Biafra niile for now na thank you very much ana dozie ya okwu and mma like kwa ka place ka akpị nwa amama pụtagwa ya okwu ka efu ya mara na ahụ zuru ya ezu na o nwere ife mere na n'ụzọ abịaghị ebe like this. So anyị na-eche ka akpị nwa amama pụtagwa anyị si ụmụnne nne kwenu m na nsogbu adịrọ na ahụ zuru m oke sọnsọ ife anyị chọrọ because enwere ike ịbụ onye ụzọ a emechaa anyị afụ ya mgbe anyị ekwere afụ ya anya so ebe a ka njede sọsọ ekene wee na-etu ọbata obie n'odu gwagwagụ n'ukoro mmụọ ka ịhụ ukoro mmụọ ife ọbata ọdaa na lidis anam ama jijiji ọ dago and ọdada ugboro na-abụ oke ukoro wee ofu ugboro ka ọ na-ada ka mba kwuru mba na anụ ya ife mmụọ ọ dago onye ọna ma anụ ya and ma mee ibe ewu ukoro kwuru maka ọda nke ugboro na-abụ nsogbu a wee dị oke ukoro daa ugboro na-abụ ma na nsogbu adịgo. So ukoro mmụọ hakwago aka mma esogide gị wee ruo n'ọgwụgwụ a na-egbugodu m egbu mma na-eso gị olesi na ma nwụọla ma bilite nwụzie mana mma na-esokwa gị na mmụọ iwu ka ọnwụ. Nna m jisi ike Chineke gọziele gị n'ịfụnanya ị nwere ebe ụmụ ndị gboo nọ ọ dịghị izi o gosiri na iwe good leader jisi ike ezi mmasị na ezi nwanne m ama m nke mma akpọ ga-akpọ ọdai mana ana m asị gị ndo nna be anyị ikuku nna o gwara ka ọchị abatago mara ebe gị tara
ama m na that akwa arịrị nwaanyị a belụ otipịalụ gị gwuo
na o sere m ụtarị mmụọ tara ntụ nwaanyị na-arụ.
Okay, before moving forward, first of all, let us talk briefly. Let us talk briefly about the current threat from one criminal who is currently parading himself as the illegitimate governor of Anambra State. I actually have something very, very strong to say about this. Something very strong. So, but first of all, let's play the video and then we will I die Vam Vam Vam. Thank God. Honorable Vam 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 is here with us.
Ikukunna.
Hey yo.
Iya go na address mo honorable. Come honorable.
Honorable Keun.
No take. Let's go na.
Honorable Kebu. Honorable Adadiola ma nke a bụ adim badana.
Ikukunna honorable ndụ na ndege eti na ada.
Ewe. Ebe anọ.
Honorable ndụ na ndege.
So this broadcast is now getting to the peak. This is getting now to the more exciting, part of it. So let us first of all play the video and then we will analyze it.
Be open on Mondays. and I'm on inspection to be sure that your shops are all open. Every Monday, every shop must be open. On Mondays, Ekpa in the main market must be open. I came to see how it is going. We are bringing security to make sure that everybody has adequate security.
Let us keep it there so that we don't have to play it once and then we'll come back to start playing it again. Honorable Vam, please. This idiot said he is bringing security to make sure that there is adequate security in the main market on it, specifically because that is where he was. So, and if you go back to what happened in the old Enugu state, the same word, or should I leave this video to play because it's just like within 2 minutes? Should I allow it to play, or we should analyze it as he goes?
As it goes, you can analyze it. But
Yes.
I don't know why I don't know why I'm not hearing the video on my own phone. Why? Because I joined on the phone and I'm streaming with the computer. On my phone that I joined, I'm not seeing the video. Why is it that way? Very strange.
You are not seeing the video?
Yeah. But
oh my God.
Just play it. Play it. I will mute myself and listen to it from another device.
Okay. Okay, fine.
Play it from the top.
Okay.
And I'm on inspection to be sure. And I'm on inspection to be sure that your shops are all open. Every Monday, every shop must be open.
He said every Monday, every shop must be open. That is the first word he said. He said he's on inspection. He's inspecting, main market and other markets especially on Onitsha, which is the economic hub of old Anambra state. So he went for inspection to inspect how the markets are doing, and that was on Monday. So let's continue.
To be open on Mondays, Ekpa in the main market must be open. I came to see how it is going. We are bringing security to make sure that everybody has adequate security.
He said they are bringing security to make sure that everybody has adequate security. So now, Honorable Vam, if you go back to old Enugu state, you will realize that the Wabanse Enugu Pitamba, when his own madness was, on top, he also made this same comment when he was threatening Biafrans in Ogbete Enugu main market. He also said that he is bringing adequate security to protect them so that they can be able to open market. And this adequate security he brought was the next thing we saw was the massacre of innocent Biafrans in Ogbete, Enugu state. And Prime Minister said here on this same video, he said that he wants to bring Janjaweed to massacre our people in Onitsha. So, are you seeing the same scenario playing out again in Ekpa as well?
Yes.
Exactly. The same scenario is what is about to play out, but we are nipping it to the bud as quickly as we can. We are nipping it to the bud because Soludo is just an idiot that if he had sense, he would have learned from, what others have done and failed. Now, the problem with this goat is that for the past how many years now, these people have not complained to him. These people have deliberately and willingly decided to sit on their own every Monday without operating their businesses. And the reason is not far-fetched. He knows the reason because of Mazin Namdekan. Now, as Soludo, inspecting the market is going on Monday. It is that what he has. But ask him what has he achieved for the past how many years he has been in Anambra State as the legitimate governor. What has he achieved? With all the money he's collecting, from Abuja, what did he achieve? Nothing. What has these people, okay, with the business they have been doing every other day, apart from Monday, what have they benefited from him being governor of Anambra State? Have they benefited anything from him? The answer is no. So if these people have not benefited nothing from him, and he's coming to give them order on when to come and when not to come, it shows that he's a fool, a big loser. And this particular scenario he wants to repeat exactly what happened in Enugu State. The people are already aware of it. They know how they roll. The people already know who have their best interests at heart. Now, you are going to see how they are going to ridicule him on Monday. They are going to make that is a fool of Soludo once again. And not only will they make fool of him, our men on ground, Biafran Liberation Army and the Biafran Defense Forces are going to actually have fun with all this Dajawid is going to bring. That is if you will even venture to bring them. Because all those ones now, they are already afraid. Because if they begin to hear that yesterday and today, that their own colleagues that went to where they are not supposed to go, that they are being carried away with sacks. Because I saw one video where they were crying and then wailing. People that have no business in Biafra land and they are there. So let me see the people he will go and maybe he will go to Sambisa Forest and recruit the ones that he will bring as his security men on that day. Because our people are already aware. They are already aware. And one thing that is interesting is that as far as this Monday sit-at-home is concerned, the eyes and the ears of all Biafrans are on the Biafra Republic government. Their ears are on whatever our Prime Minister says. Yes. Because every time I even call home or I hear from them, they will say, what did the Prime Minister say? Is there any change? As long as they have not heard that there's any change to the sit-at-home from the office of the Prime Minister, anything Soludo is saying is just all null and void. Null and void. Thank you, Iku.
Thank you. Anything Soludo says is all null and void. That is wonderful. Okay, we move.
In a match every Monday. The question is on Monday. Jebe also. What again? I didn't know what's be fine. You can answer like I don't want to be there. But I'll give it to you. I'll give it. This is unacceptable. I'll be here again every Monday. I'll be back here anytime. Okay, we move. Every Monday.
Everybody knows this chapter.
A shop that is not open will be sealed and will never be open again for that week.
Okay.
Even at the point, if you are not open, we'll seal you for 1 month. You won't open. Was it is ready to open? Was it ready to open? You open from Monday.
Okay. Honorable Ndimbo Nandiagede, I have come to your office. This criminal that stole the money of Nigeria as the former central bank governor under Obasanjo, this criminal said that if anybody fails to open his or her shop in Onitsha, especially, that he's going to seal their shop for 1 week or even 1 month. That when next you come to collect the key, you are going to open from Monday. Based on constitution and right of people, the shops in Onitsha, to be precise, where he came, the shops there belong to the people. is either you are paying rent or you are in your own shop that you purchase with your own money. So the goods to you. Everything about that business belongs to you. And remember that Soludo, as the illegitimate governor of the defunct Anambra state, never opened any scheme or program to finance or financially back any business in the old Anambra state. Soludo and his government has no any program to financially back any small businesses or large businesses in Anambra state. There is nothing like that. It does not exist. Yet Soludo still believe, because he is living in the past. This is a man who is living in the past. He doesn't live in the present. So whose right does he have, or who gave him the right to shut down or lock down anybody's shop in Anambra, in the old Anambra or Onitsha to be precise? Please, I chunky ku there. Honorable Ndimbo Nandegede.
Wow, nna ịma nwa mgbe ahụ pụta oge ahụ na ọ pụtara na-ebe ka nwa awọ na-ebe ka ya oche na ihe niile ezugolie. Nọmba 1 ọ datara Soludo nwa mgbe ahụ jere Ọnịcha si na ya bịara ije cheki. Ịma na afta ka awadida Maazị Nnamdi Kanu bịachara dis last court ọ bịanụ, ndị be anyị melitere afro gain ya ihe ulu sitati ụmụ ahụ mkpụrụ sitati ụmụ ahụ wetara. So ọ dị ka ha taitiri ya mmụọ. So ụjọ wee ba nwa mgbe ahụ Soludo arụ wee pụta ibe ka nwa ahụ. Now ọ na-asị ha dat na ya bịara bịa nene cheki ka ọma ka ha si wee nọrọ wee nyekwe n'ọda onye emepezi shop ya that na ya lock the shop for 1 month or any amount or any month or any days or na it was imepe on Monday. Number 1, Soludo nwa mgbe ahụ chezọrọ that na ofu onye adị esiri ọha. No, ọha na nyawo ofu onye siela ọha ericha, mana ọha siela ofu onye ọha ericha. Soludo nwa mgbe ahụ wele mara that wee chezọ that na ọwụ that na ndị old Anambra decide ya no ife akafa ya eme. Soludo nwa mgbe ahụ ya eme ibe dị na ya. Number 1, Soludo nwa mgbe ahụ chọrọ inyefa security. Jukene nkeri security ọ na-ewetara fa. Kedu ibe gbasara Soludo nwa mgbe ahụ na business ndị mmadụ otu ihe penny? Solution governor. Kedu ibe gbasara Soludo nwa mgbe ahụ na alili n'ude ụmụ ndị gboo na-asụ, ụmụ ndị old Anambra na-ebe every day na ndị Soludo nwa mgbe ahụ wetara eji ụgọma akụwasị akụjisi ọkpa ụkwado na Ọnịcha. Soludo nwa mgbe ahụ chezọrọ na ndị echezobe mpụ na arụ na peni niile ọkụ ọsụrụ fa na arụ. Now government care about you. A useless man ama na ị na-eme exist. Bịawara kpọrọ ndị ụchọ ibie kpojuo ofe arụ na-eche ya nche ọbịa na Ọnịcha ibe ka nwa awọ ịpụta those people ọ kpọrọ bịa ya agbagbukwa gị. Nwa mgbe ahụ ebulu ozugwu buje ebe nwa mgbe ahụ ya ewekwara ọgan go onye nwụrụ anwụ anwụgo. Soludo nwa mgbe ahụ amara onye nwụrụ n'ụzọ akwa ya na-atụ. The only thing that idiot ma onwe ya na family ya ego ha ji agba mkpụrụ mmiri ọ na-agba ụmụ ya na-agba nọ nka nwunye ose okwu na-egbu amụnwa amarọ. Adịoritere na-agwa ụmụ ndị gboo ụmụ Igbo ụdatịrị onwere onye nwụrụ na-apụta ụwa ọzọ. ọnwụ na CDC dị ọtụkọ Soludo nwa mgbọghọ na oke ala ha iwepụtara na sekuriti na-egbuchasị ụnụ ọkwa Soludo nwa mgbọghọ na-abịa agwa ụnụ okwu site ati ụnụ pụta na-agwa ụnụ okwu biznes ụnụ wepụtara ndị jiri mma gọma were bịa na-akụrisi ngwa ahịa ụmụ mmadụ ọkwa nwa mgbọghọ a ọkwa sekuriti ihe ndị na-akụ aka odo o wepụtara ụnụ nne anya ka ngwa ụnụ ụmụnne m adị anwụ ugboro na-abụ ya na anwụ ụnụ afụgo na disitach ụnụ na-enwetụtafa ọnwụ na ọ naghị emetụta Soludo nwa mgbọghọ yere hapụta onye hapụta be ka nwa awụ ọ mbụ ọ na-ebe o mere n'Enugwu